So this is the factory 2011 F250 turbo compared to the new non-VGT S363 that I'm going to put in. You can see the back, definitely bigger. It's going to be moving a little bit more air there. This is their custom up pipes. This is actually one solid piece here. This one actually has a joint in it. This is their modified lower air intake here. They've actually welded this closed here. The pipe, the boots, clamps. Here's some of the hardware. You have these Allen wrenches, so you got to make sure you get sockets with Allen wrenches to get the torque specs right. There's their oil feed line, I guess, for the new turbo. Right now I got the pedestal installed, so see if I can't get this installed today. This is how I got it. There's a nice sizable dent right there in the side. I don't know if that's going to cause a problem or not. Hopefully not. And again, the sides, that's what that side looks like. The sides. Okay, so I got my kit here. I got my turbo. One thing you're going to have to do is you got to put the fitting on first before you can mount this, because you got to be able to turn this and get it tight. Twist it on there and then tighten the nut and get it tight. Before you mount the upper part of the pedestal, you actually have to mount it to the turbo. So you have to use these long Allen head bolts. They go into here. Tighten it right here. Another thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to clock the turbo. When the turbo comes, you can see the housings aren't exactly the way they're supposed to be. So what you got to do is you got to take a 13mm wrench, loosen up the bolts on both sides, and I've done it already. You can actually twist the turbo and get it to where you need it. Another thing is it comes from the factory with this fitting on there. This fitting's going to have to come off. I've already taken it off, so that you can put the fitting that they provided on there. That'll go with their stainless steel line. So, and let me hook it all up and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so I got the turbo together. As you can see, this is the proper angle to get the air filter on top, which barely clears right here. So you might have to try it a couple of times. It took me about 4 times. I kept inching it down. First I thought it was just straight parallel to this, but it's not. It's actually down probably, I'd say 15-20 degrees. I went ahead and put the downpipe on it, and it's loose, but it's not too hard to snake it in there. Alright, so I got it installed. This is the Maryland Performance 6.7 Budget Kit installed on my 2011 F250. There's the turbo, it's an S363. Here's the up pipe. One thing about it is the turbo actually hits the upper air intake right there. It's actually touching. I've got it as high as I can get it because, and can't go down because there's a fuel line right there. 2 fuel lines. It's actually creasing the boot, and I literally had to force it in. Another thing is, if you can see far back there, the transmission to actually once you touch the up pipe, but I've got zip ties holding it over just so it's not touching right here. So I've zip tied it over. The old wastegate tube, I've just put a nail in it and attached it. So I did a CCV bypass. There's one of the pieces. There's the other one. I've run it all the way through the back. The new boost tube right here. New boot. I actually put 2 clamps on this to actually hold it because it's really tight to get it in there.